friends. Happy May. It finally feels like spring is in the air. And I want to talk to you about what is happening on planet Earth. So, I keep feeling this energy of empowerment. I keep taking actions and having experiences that seem to really reinforce this empowerment within me. And so I always like to kind of research what's going on in the world and what's happening with the planets. And as although I only barely just dip a toe in the astrology, when I do, I think it's really important to share. So right now, Pluto is retrograde, and Pluto will be retrograde till about, I think, mid September. And so Pluto, what happens is that planet brings up like the shadow stuff, the darkness, anything that we've been kind of like masking and holding within. And then as it comes to surface, it also embodies this warrior-like energy. And I'm not talking about slinging a sword warrior. I'm talking about like, this is who I am. This is the space that I am, and I'm moving forward with, direction and focus and action. So for me, I feel like there's this power and this energy. And for me, I'm consciously moving through this space, aware of my frustrations, aware of my joys and my inner peace and the things that are coming up in my outer world, and maybe how people affect me or how experience are affecting my energy. And I'm having so much fun playing with this energy. So for those who are sensitive out there, I always suggest when the planets are doing this type of energy, if you're a caregiver, healer, earth angel, light worker, an empath, somebody who's sensitive, now is a really good time not to become a recluse, but be mindful of where you're putting your energy and really staying away from like the super sleepers. So those people I'm talking about are the people who are not necessarily living consciously, and all their stuff is like leaking out and spilling out. So you may experience or see more of the bully energy, anger, opinionated energy. And it's not a judgment towards the people who that's coming up, because I have to say that energy is coming up in me in a little bit as well. But what's happening is it's like the universe is asking us to really decide and choose the energy that you want to be around. So now is the time to take action through this, and knowing that you have a choice. You can choose to be around this energy or not. And like, for example, if you're at work and there's this people that are just being negative or maybe toxic or frustrated, get up and walk away. Go to the bathroom, go outside and get fresh air. That small action, just that small action of taking your power back and saying, I don't have to do this. Of course, in a loving way, I'm talking about being kind and compassionate towards yourself and saying, this isn't the energy I want to surround myself. By you taking that time to get up and walk away and take a break, you're saying to yourself and you're saying to the energy, I don't want any more of this. So a long time ago, I started this idea of the universe rolling out the red carpet for me. And I've kind of forgotten about it for a while. And so the idea is, at the time, I was so I can't even say addicted maybe to pop culture and like the E channel and what celebrities were doing and things like that. And so what I found an experience in that is the way people would roll out the red carpet for them. You know, the gifts that they would receive, the way they lived their lives, the way people reacted when they were around. There was like this VIP treatment. And so I looked up at God and saying, God, roll out the red carpet for me. Let the angels be my paparazzi who want to give to me and share and shine my light and help me. And so I started to now surround myself with like VIP experience and asking God, send me the best of, send me the best clients, send me the best experiences, send me the best friends, send me the best co-workers. And what happened was every time that happened and that came into my life, I would say, God, and I would take that energy and say, God, bring me more of this in my life or something even better. So I have to say now at this point, I really pride myself on the fact that I'm surrounded by really great people. I have really great experiences. They're not always perfect and they're not always great experiences, but the experiences I do have, I'm learning through them in my spiritual growth. And being able to see that and understand that and boomerang that energy out, what happens is I see how it comes back tenfold. So if you're feeling like overwhelmed in this energy, or you're feeling like you want to be a recluse, know that you can navigate this energy and you don't have to completely eject. I say throughout this summer, be gentle on yourself. Surround yourself with gentle people. If you're a sensitive person like me and sensitive to energies, try not to go to the beach on a Saturday or Sunday afternoon when everybody's projecting their stuff and dominant and, this is my space, and try to stay off the highways, at peak times if you can. If you can't, ask God and the angels. I asked Archangel Michael the other day to just surround and protect my car, 1 foot above me, 1 foot behind me, and 1 foot all around me. And I have to say, I had a smooth ride, even though it was kind of crazy. So be mindful of calling in the higher power, the angels, to be able to surround and protect you when you're in this space. And then also know that as you take action, as you're able to see these experiences that you're having, the challenges, the difficulties, the contrast, the adversity, whatever that is, being able to take that and being able to transform it into something that works for you, as opposed to feeling like you're underneath it. There is a power in the sensitivity and being able to be in tune with what's going on, but there is also the idea of being sucked into it. So for me, I've had to really detach or take a step back from all the energies that are happening around me that I feel like really affect my solar plexus or my stomach or my power center. And again, instead of feeling like I want to like hide from the world, I'm asking God and the angels to send me more gentle people in my life, more people who are empowered, more people who are taking action, more people who are inspirational. And when they come into my life, I just really soak that up. And I find that as this stuff comes up, I'm accepting myself as being human, right? These frustrations, and it just gives me more mindfulness to say, okay, this is stuff that's still inside of me that I got to work through. So instead of suppressing it with this Pluto energy, as this stuff comes up, instead of suppressing that and ignoring it and pretending it's not there, give yourself permission to feel it out. Feel the frustration, feel the sadness, feel the pain. Remember, there's a whole world of stuff that's happening. I just heard, so I have to say, I don't really tune into the news that often, or any world politics and things like that. But what I just caught the other day was the Pele, the volcanoes that are erupting in Hawaii. And again, Mother Earth is going through her emotional purges too, and her releases, and that fire energy is coming out, and it can also invoke a lot of fear. But we have to remember, when she shoots that volcanic lava out of the volcanoes, what happens is it's creating new ground, it's creating new land, and clearing the old. So I just continue to pray that people are safe and people are protected, and that the geologists and the people who are watching these volcanoes can really move the people out of the way and let Pele do what she needs to do and let Mother Earth do what she needs to do. And it's so symbolic of laying new land, creating new ground. And right now it's hot to walk on. And I feel like that's what's happening with this Pluto energy. Like, people's stuff is kind of like erupting, but we can move out of the way from it. We can get away from it. And then what's going to happen is once it's up and out, people are going to have more clarity. People are going to have more ideas. Maybe have more creativity and maybe more empowerment to say, I want this in my life or I don't want this into my life, and really embody that VIP treatment of the self-care and the self-love, and saying, you know what? I am worthy and deserving of so much more than just accepting this low vibrational energy. So there's this power that's coming up and this energy that's erupting. So I say, let it come up, but not in a way where you're harming other people. There really is no reason to be a bully on the highway. There really is no reason to tailgate people and try to kind of push them out of the way. But this is that super sleeper energy. They're being affected and they're not aware. And so they're now exerting that energy along other people. So I say, just get out of their way. Let them go. It's hard to it's like you can't help not but be affected by it, but you don't have to be consumed by it. So for me, being this triple Cancer energy, I'm really embracing the idea of feelings and emotions, and I hadn't for so long. And I find that there's like this superpower in it. There's a superpower in feeling and sensitivity and surrendering to what's happening around you, but you don't have to feel like disempowered by it. So I feel like it's important to talk about this eruption of energy and give you some awareness, knowing that it is happening, but it's not a bad thing, right? The shadow stuff, the stuff that we still have to work on, what it's doing is it's clearing so we can go even deeper with our creativity and our inner peace and our joy, and really accepting that space that you're in. So what I suggest is that when you're in this space of feeling good, joy, happiness, abundance, whatever it is, say to yourself, God, angels, universe, bring me more of this in my life or something even better. And then give yourself permission to feel it. Feel that happiness, feel that peace, feel that joy, even if it's just for a moment. And what's going to happen is as you're doing this inner work, and as you're clearing, what's going to happen is that energy is going to boomerang back out, and it's going to come back to you at some point. So I also want to suggest getting some type of support, help, guidance. I've been doing a ton of IET sessions right now. They're intuitive sessions, and what they do is it uses a pressure point like technique to release suppressed emotions. So what's happening is people right now are feeling trapped or drowning in these experiences that they're feeling out of control by. And what the IET does, it really goes in and gets to the root of the emotion, the experience. Maybe it's shock and trauma from childhood. Maybe it's an experience from a relationship you don't remember. And what's happening is we're recreating this energy over and over again. So the idea of releasing that is super powerful and getting more of an understanding to it. So support is really key right now. I'm doing my self-care and self-love things to nurture myself and expand my mind and my energy. One of the new things that I started was tennis. My boyfriend and I were walking a track one day, and we saw people playing tennis, and I looked at him and said, gosh, it's like a full body sport. They're using their mind, and it's like a game and a tactic. And so I love puzzles. And it's like figuring out your opponent, and then it's also using your whole body, your large muscles, your small muscles, and it all coming into alignment. And talk about a form of meditation and being completely present in the moment. So we got tennis rackets and we started playing tennis, and I'll tell you, we've had so much fun doing it. And also too, it's strengthening our relationship in a way of being able to work together as a team, being able to help support each other and help each other understand what we're doing or what we're not doing. And so I say this so you don't have to go through these experiences alone or by yourself. Maybe it's a life coach, maybe it's a therapist, maybe it's some energy work. So because we're in the springtime and the birthing of new ideas, if you feel you got heaviness or baggage, reach out to somebody who's stable and doing this work themselves and able to be able to help you along your path. I think that's super powerful right now. So be open to receiving support. I'm hoping that even something like this vlog is something that can help you along your path. But also remember to take quiet time. Take some time to rest. We live in a society where we can definitely fall into information overload. So honor the process where you're giving yourself some alone time, some quiet space, so that you can find the answers within and get really how do I say, get closer to your inner self so you know what it is that you need instead of feeling like you've got to kind of pull externally. So let there be some balance between outreach and support, and then also giving yourself support and giving yourself the time out to listen and relax. Shut off all the stimulus. A lot of times, I feel like I'm relaxing, but then I'm listening to a podcast or I'm reading a book or I'm watching something online as opposed to information that's learning. So I really got burnt out by that. So I find this really sacred time to just kind of listen and be with God and his armies of angels. And I can't tell you how many ideas I'm getting from it. So through this process of Pluto retrograde and everything uprooting and Mother Earth shifting her energy, give yourself some sacred space to rest and jot down those ideas that you're getting. I feel like my creativity is on an all-time high and I'm constantly getting new ideas that I'm not taking action on right away. I have a little book right now, and even just yesterday I was driving to see a client, and I had this idea sitting at a red light. I took out my little journal book, I wrote the idea down, and the light turned green and I left and continued my journey. So you're going to start getting, as you're clearing out this energy and working through these emotions and having these experiences, all the creative stuff is going to come up and all the ideas are going to come up as well. So be prepared for that. But that doesn't mean that you have to take action on every single thing. For me, I'm getting all these pieces and I'm starting to create a plan for myself. A 1-year plan, a 2-year plan, and even a 5-year plan. And I have to say, being who I am, I'm not much of a planner. But I also realize that trying to do everything all at once is completely burning myself out. So I do have, and maybe some of you know, these I am affirmation cards that I've been working on, and the energy came up for it. They're almost done. It just didn't feel right to take it to the next step yet, but I am hoping that May this month I will complete those and I will start a Kickstarter in June to be able to launch them. I'm super excited about it. And those of you who came to my Bridge to Freedom conference, what a great day. I'll tell you, I completely surrendered to God through that whole experience. There are things that I wanted to have there that didn't work out. And I see that if I forced that, it would have been too much. So it was just an incredible event. And I definitely am looking forward to doing it again next year. I can't thank you enough for your support and showing up and sharing it. And what a powerful day. What an incredible day. And I have to say, I'm so proud that I was able to create that space for so many people to have healings and aha moments and the synchronicities. And there were so many stories where, there was one lady who came for her friend, but yet she received so much more than she ever expected from it. There were so many people that said, God, I needed this day, and this was exactly what I needed to hear. And there's some amazing power into the art of surrendering to the flow. I had this vision, and I have to say, looking back and what it was nothing like what I first envisioned, but it was something even better. So as you're setting your intentions, as you're taking action, as you're really navigating through this energy, have fun. Adventure, play, laughter, fun, and freedom. Surrender to that higher power. Call on God's armies of angels to assist you, and you can't not but succeed. So, I want to share with you the classes that I have coming up. So I have the mindful meditation coming up, and that's this Monday, May 14th from 6:30 to 8. I also have an integrated energy therapy intermediate level. So that's the second level of IET. If you're curious, this is where we learn the pull-out technique, where we move through the physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual body. So if you've taken IET1 and you want to expand on that energy for yourself, or you're a practitioner or somebody who wants to learn and utilize that second level in your practice, that is this Saturday, May 19th from 9:30 to 6:30. You can sign up online. I also have a Reiki Master Teacher class coming up. I'm doing that on a Friday and Saturday in June. So it'll be June 1st and June 2nd. So if you've taken the Reiki Master Practitioner and you're ready to take it to the next level, you don't have to decide to teach to take the Reiki Master Teacher. There are 2 more symbols that you will learn, and there's also a Reiki healing attunement that you'll learn that you can utilize on anybody and incorporate it in your sessions if you're using Reiki for clients. Or you can even do the Reiki healing attunement on yourself. So there's a lot of techniques that you'll learn on top of learning how to give attunements in the Reiki Master Teacher class. So it's a 2-day class, and I'm doing it on a Friday and Saturday this year. So that's June 1st and 2nd, 9:30 to 6, both days. And then finally, on June 9th, I'm teaching a Reiki 2 class. Reiki 2 is one of my favorite classes to teach. This is where we incorporate the symbols. So you'll learn distance healing. You'll learn how to receive a symbol for empowerment and also a symbol for mental emotional balancing. So if you've taken Reiki 1 and you're ready to take it to the next level, that is going to be June 9th from 9:30 to 6. All those classes will be at Thrive Tribe, Rhode Island, and that's right on Taunton Ave in East Providence. It's a beautiful location, and I love teaching there. So you can go to my website under training, and you can sign up for these classes, as well as the guided meditation. There will be a link below to each one that'll take you right to the registration page, or if you want to read more about what you're going to learn in it. So as always, I enjoy sharing with you. Thank you so much for listening. I'm really enjoying doing this work. I love getting your feedback and being able to adjust and know that you're enjoying this and you're getting a little bit of nuggets of information from it. So as I close down, I'm going to go enjoy this beautiful day. And as always, I send you love with heavenly hugs. Bye.